Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, introduce me. My name is Muhammad Ikhsan. And now I want to tell you about my activity that is a reading activity. So let's be started. Yesterday, I have a little question in my head that I want to know how the human can be grow up, can be developed from the little tiny cells until become a big human, until become a big creatures that like us now, that's like me, and I want to know how is that. So I decide to want to know the information that the specific information I want to know is about cells development in human embryo. So I wrote down that term that correspond with the information that I want to know. That's the term of reading is about human embryonic cells. So after that, I start to search in the internet. I search in the Google. I'm looking for a journal or a book with that suit with my term of reading. So I get one journal. I found it. This is journal. This journal. The title is Human Embryonic Stem Cells, written by Martin F. Pella, Benjamin Rubinov, and Alan Trunson. This is the Journal of Cell Science, print in Great Britain, and this is published by the Company of Biologists. For your information, this journal is read by research from Australia and Israel. This journal, why I choose this journal, because the journal have more data from than a book. So I choose use journal because this is a scientific explanation about what information I want to know. So yeah, I choose journal for information that I want to know. And why I use this journal for getting my information, because from the title, first I'm looking from the title. The title is Human Embryonic Stem Cells, and it's with my information I want to know. That is a self-development in human embryo, and the term reading is human embryonic cells. So I think it's sweet. After that, I going to the process to read the abstract, but in this journal is not abstract, but this is a summary, because all of the journal they have their own format. So I think maybe this journal is have different format that with usual journal. So this part is summary, it's not abstract, but I think it's same. So I start to read detail in the summary, and in the last of the summary is get of and I want to share a screen of this journal if it's can to detail to see. Let me continue. So I get this keyword that's human embryonic stem cell, human embryo. So I think this keyword of this summary or abstracts it's with my term and my information I want to know about the self-development and human embryo. So I think this is a journal that correct if I want to know that information. So after that, I looking to the subtitle. In this journal is have a two subtitle. This first subtitle is a pluripotent stem cells in mammals, and the second is the human cells. And I think the suitable subtitle of my information that I want to know is the human cells. So after that, I start to detail reading in all of the text in the subtitle, in the human cells subtitle, that I get the information in here and I read it, and in this subtitle is contain a citation. There is many citation. The citation is the and the oldest the older research results from the older researchers that is content, and the citation is give me like supporting the information in there and make the answer is like really run it down. So after the citation, there is a table. In the table is contain the marker expression and growth property of mouse and primate pluripotent cell. In the table is contain human cells to about experiment that this is the result of the experiment of the research. So it support to the information that I want to know, same like that citation. So in the subtitle, in the human cell subtitle is give a support, and I can get the information that I want to know in here. After that, in this journal is content in the conclusion, and this conclusion is the title of this conclusion is human as cell perspective, and from this conclusion I can get the information too, but this is in the summary, like in the big line. So I get information in here too, and after that I start write my own conclusion, and this conclusion is about the information that I want to know in that first, that about cells development in human embryos. So the answer is about the cells development in human embryos is in the human embryo there is three cells, that is stem cells, embryonic carcinoma cells, and germ cell. So in all cells it must have a control of the cells that have a control of all the developing the embryo is a stem cell. A stem cell is control all of the developing grow up for embryo, because in the stem cell it has a characteristic is very unique, that is a pluripotent, that is stem cells, the cells can grow up, can differentiation, can have many derivatives. The cell is a derivative of the stem cell. So the cells development in human embryo because of the characteristic in stem cell that is a pluripotent, that is can grow up and developing until make the organ of human and make a tissue of human, and so from zygote we are developing until a fetus and born to a baby and grow up until the big fetus like now. So I get the information from this journal. And after that, talking about this journal, I want to know what is the general main idea of this journal and of the writer, and what is the information that the writers want to tell to us, tell to the readers from this journal. First, forgetting the general main idea and what is the information that writers want to tell to the readers, is I get the keywords, and the keywords from this journal is a human embryo, because that is most repeated word too, that and in the title is human embryonic stem cell, or the human embryo word too. In this summaries part is to, and the keywords is a human embryo, so I think that the keyword. And after that I start to get this topic, and the topic of this journal is about human embryonic cells. So after that, I have a topic, so I can get the general main idea from the topic. And the general main idea is about a stem cells development and the characteristic of their cell in human embryo. And what is the information that writers of this journal is want to show to the readers is how to the development of uh, the stem cell and what is the characteristic of their cells of the stem cells in human embryo. So that is all about of my activities about I want to my getting my answer of my information I want to know and about this journal. I hope it's useful to be maybe for study about how to academic reading. Thank you for your attention. I am Muhammad Ikhsan. I'm sorry if I have a wrong words. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.